Hey, this is Mike Lindsay from Vital MX, and we have a little bit more news in relation to the upcoming 2022 FIM World Supercross Championship. This news is in regards to a few more riders that have been announced. So far, we're down to only one team left to announce. We have 9 of the 10 teams, but the only team that's announced riders has been the Moto Concept Squad, who announced a 4-rider team of Vince Freeze, Mitchell Oldenburg, Cole Seeley, and Justin Brayton. Heck, I think at this point it's been over a month ago. We finally have 2 other teams that are stepping up and giving us part of their roster, not the full thing, but at least kind of starting to show their hands. And we do believe that we know there's a couple other deals that have been signed. A lot of teams have stuff in the works, and hopefully over the next 2-3 weeks, we should see actually quite a bit more of this coming out. So the first of the 2 teams that have dropped a rider announcement has been the Genuine Honda Racing Team, which if you checked out the last video, you know that it is the global entity entry for Yuriv Konski, which has the Firepower Honda team here in the US, and they run the factory Honda Australian motocross program. So he has announced 2 riders that we mentioned the last one that would be for the SX2 side of his team, his 250 riders. He has Max Anstey, who was initially announced as being signed to his Firepower team here in the US, who's been racing the last couple nationals. He is signed with the team. He's going to do the 250 Global Series. I think he's going to do 250 Supercross in Australia and then 250 on East Coast Supercross next year in the U.S. So Anstey's been announced. He's definitely their marquee guy in the 250 class. And then they have also announced Wilson Todd, who is a factory Honda Australian rider for him, is riding a 250 back down under after a few years on the MXGP scene. So those 2 are locked in, but they have not announced any of their 450 riders. From everything we've heard, Dean Wilson has signed and has one of those spots. And then the other final spot still sounds like there's an off chance that Roxon's going there. After the initial rumor mill video we put out, we thought that was a done deal or was pretty likely. It sounds like they're still not done. There's a possibility. Still working on what Kenny's deal even looks like next year if he's still with Honda, etc. We have heard that another rider they're interested in and have made an offer possibly to, this is definitely very much a rumor mill item, would be Justin Brayton. Yes, we know he said at the beginning of the video he was announced as Moto Concepts, but the rumor is he has not actually signed that contract, and there is a possibility he could be racing for Uriv's team, notably because there's an option there to race the Australian Supercross Championship, which hasn't run in 2 seasons now because of COVID. The last time it ran, Brayton won it, so he's still the number 1 plate holder in that series. And I think he'd be going for his 4th straight Aussie title if he did it this year. So there is that possibility. After talking to Uriv at the Nationals last weekend, we believe that they should have the rest of the rider announcement in around the next 2 weeks or so. The second team to announce riders is Craig Dack's operation, the Monster Energy CDR Yamaha team. If you checked out the interview we did with Dak a couple weeks back, you would know that, yes, he was always planning on taking Aaron Tonti and Luke Clout, his 2 Australian racers, into this series. He has announced that Luke Clout will race a 450 in the SX1 class, and Aaron Tonti will race SX2 in the 250 class. They have also announced a 3rd rider in Kyle Chisholm. We know Kyle had multiple team offers to go do this Global Supercross. And when we spoke to him last weekend, he said he was pretty sure he was getting the deal wrapped up with Craig on Monday, and sure as heck, that's when the announcement came out. Now, what's interesting is Chisholm is basically down to do either thing, whether it's 450 or 250, and that's in the announcement. His bike class has not been decided, which clearly tells us that Dak must be negotiating with another 450 rider he is interested in, and there's probably another 250 rider he's interested in. Whichever one he gets will decide what class Chisholm will race. If he ends up getting the 250 guy he's looking for, then cool, Chisholm will race a 450. If he gets the 450 guy he's going for, then Chiz is going to race a 250F. So, got a couple Aussies in there, a couple and we got an American announced, and then a Brit with Max Anstey. We do know a few more teams have started to get their deals lined up. It sounds like the GSM Yamaha team has 3 French riders and 1 American. We believe the Bud Racing Cowie team got all the riders signed or pretty close to. We know there's going to be an American on that team and an Australian that will be announced for that team as riders. MDK is going to have, we believe, an Australian on 450s. We don't know about the rest. Rick Ware so far. We've heard a couple American names attached to that. So Again, hopefully next couple weeks we'll finally start seeing this all come together and get a few more rider announcements out there. So, like to hear your thoughts, throw it in the comments section below. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out our channel for more news on the upcoming World Supercross Championship, and just along with all the other general racing news, bike reviews, all the good stuff we do here. Thanks for watching.